What's up, gamers? How are we doing today? I do be grinding my endings personally. Starting up a little bit early here. Let's go. There we go. Main. Here, turn off the music. Hey, what's up, Scoobs? To turn off the music. Turn off the music. Let's get in here, gamers.
You're awake.
Oh, Quark's awake.
Yeah, I just woke up.
I forgot about this.
Hey, where's everybody else?
Don't look like
Oh
that.
God, Quark.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him. Yeah, me too,
What's
Brendan,
wrong?
me too. The chat thing isn't working? Oh. Oh. That hasn't been an issue for a while. That should be working again now. Can somebody send a message? There we go. Oh no. Where's the effing game at? There it is. Okay. We're Gucci.
Are you okay, Grandpa?
That's nothing.
Oh, dude, Tenmyoji's straight bawling, dude.
Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But
Tenmyoji. That's pretty cringe. Can you stop that? I'm getting uncomfortable. Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. Also, Brendan, did you change your name color? All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. Of course not. I'm pretty sure it wasn't pink before. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder. It's bright green for you, really?
So, how are you feeling?
Can we get a 5,000 point extended fart reverb redeem that reverberates and fades out over the course of a full 20 seconds? It's orange for you? Okay, usually people's colors are consistent. I don't know why it's so... Why is Brendan's color completely random for everybody? Well, that would require a lot of... I'd have to do some like post work on that one. How's it going, Ian?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess.
Never let them know your next move. And by move, I mean color.
Was I sick or something?
No, you're not sick. If you
You
feel
were,
fine,
though.
then you're fine.
Huh?
20k points where it's 1 hour with fart reverb scattered within. Oh my gosh, dude, that would be great. 1 hour of silence interrupted occasionally by fart reverb. That's not enough points,
Sorry.
though. 20k for, like, completely ruining the stream.
I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Hey, let's go, Split Fiction. I want to play that with
Sorry.
Sheepy.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Why are you acting surprised, Sheepy? I've asked you to play Split Fiction multiple times. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. Well, that too, but I also asked about Split Fiction. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Belt, leather belt, leather belt, 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 belt. Why'd you say that for no reason? How'd that come up? Oh, did it? My brain right now is just like churning, thinking about the characters in Breaking Bad. I feel like at least 80% of my brain's capacity is currently being funneled to that purpose, to that end. It's a fantastic show for sure. Characters are so like so gray. There's just like so much moral incongruity within them. Ugh.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake. And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Korg and held the warning finger to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Korg's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
Okay.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter argument, so...
Oops, I skipped that on accident.
The one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded. Well, there's only one left.
There's only
What?
one
That's
left.
Tenmyoji. That's Sigma.
The door on the right. Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
Let's go.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Why does Kay jingle as he runs? Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
I'm surprised that Quark did not notice that Alice is not there. He's like a cat. And he's got like a nice big collar on for sure. Okay. All right. What's this last director's office, huh? This last escape room gonna be like? Wait, no. This is the director's office. This is where the what the fudge? This is where the computer is. Okay. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
This might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe, or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Can I enter the password here as well? Stink baboon. Doubloon. In the middle of the room. Well, what do we have here? Haven't seen a computer this old in a while. There's something on the screen. Is that a lion eating a hamburger? I really don't think so. I think the lion got 2 heads. Looks like a monster from Greek myth or something. Looks like it's asking for an ID and password underneath the lion. Huh. The keyboard doesn't seem to be working, though. I guess we can't enter anything then. Okay, so we can't. Okay. What's this? I checked it out earlier, but I think it's just a business card holder. A business card holder? Yeah, it's a file where you put business cards. They've all got those weird shapes on the back. I think maybe if you line them up in a particular way, then you'll get some sort of hint. Okay, well, I don't have any business cards. Oh, wait, there are business cards. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. I can swap those two to make this. Oops. Oops. Do that. Oh boy. And neither of those connect correctly there. Let's see. I really wish you could shift it around in here. That would be nice. Let's see, this goes, that's like a K. Oops. Nope. Oh, what is it? Hold on, wait. Tony, Sophia, Sophie. Am I dumb? Wait, this isn't changing anything. No, it is changing things. Okay, it's just that it's not okay. It isn't just rearranging the pictures on the back though. Like the picture is different everywhere? I'm seeing the back of the page, so it's mirrored. Well, yeah, but it should be mirrored in the same way all the time, right? Like Ellen will be here, Kate will be here. I'll come back to this one. There you go. It's not opening. Is it locked? Yeah, looks like it. I don't see anything that looks like a keyhole, though. There's this diamond-shaped hole in the middle, though. You think we're supposed to stick something in there? Yeah, cork. Look the other direction for a second. I have to try something. My diamond cock. What is this? One of the training machines you see on late night infomercials? I think it's a facial recognition device. A what? You put your hands on either side and hold your face in front of that lens. Then it checks your face against whatever it's got in its database. Oh, huh. How did you know that? I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies shows up. It doesn't look like it's turned on. Yeah, nothing happens when I put my face in front of it. There's something to the right of the lens over there that looks an awful lot like a keyhole. If we had a key for it, you think maybe we could turn it on? I assume so. Okay. Balloon. You want it, Quark? I don't need a balloon. I'm not a kid. Really? How old are you? I'm 20. What? No way. Gotcha. Fucking stupid fucking kid. There's a stream built into the credenza. There's something on it. Starting up. Please wait. What is it starting? Beats me. Well, my money says it just means it won't do squat if you mess with it right now. How about you go have a look at something else? Can I open these? I can. Okay. I was born January 1st, 1900. Me when I was 11. So true. Looks like a green coaster. The steering on there makes it look like something was sitting here earlier. So I can't take it. The left section has a laser shining across it. Haha! Now this is brandy. Fear our parents' 200-year-old reserve. You can tell that by looking at it. I can smell it. That's some nose you've got there. Here, just let me have a taste. I don't think so. How can you be so cruel? Expensive brandy. Let's go. Ho! Ho! This is the good stuff right here. From Fia Parents' 200-year-old reserve. You already told me that. Oh, did I? Yeah. 200 years is pretty impressive, though. Yes it is. Then again, it's even older than that by now. Maybe it's gone bad. It's probably just like water now. I should drink. No! Ah. You think he's a bad drunk or something? Why is cork against it? We've got a globe. Hey, a globe. Doesn't that look kind of weird? I think somebody's glued a piece of paper to it. Let's see if we can get it off then. You find a world map. To view it, visit the file tab in the archive. Okay, I just destroyed the globe, I guess. That's fine. World map. So yellow connects to red. Oh, it's one of these things. Okay. Okay, there's more, there's more to the room. I was like, Did I just call what red? Sorry, purple. A suit of armor. Well, it's not really a full suit of armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet. So what would we call it? I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a suit of armor, okay? Suit yourself. Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area. Are you sure it's paint? Could be blood. Hey! Don't say stuff like that! Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough. Okay, what if I put the brandy in here? And I got the short spear. A diamond, huh? Nope, that's not the right one. Nope, please. Okay, so nothing to do with that. I was thinking maybe you could do, like, put that on there and it would make a symbol. What's this? Is it one of those vacuuming robots you see on TV? You got me. Looks like a machine of some sort. That's Johnny! Well, is it turned on? Don't think so. Let's see if... Nope, no luck. Huh, nothing. Might as well give up. Yeah, let's go look at something else. We can always come back to it later. Right. Here's more brandy. Huh, this is cheap brandy. Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist. So I think it's best if I dispose of it safely with my... I'll be taking that. Grr. He really is like a drunk, I think. Some paint inside it. Grab a tablet. No battery. Okay, no bat. Historical adventure saga. Literary analysis. And then philosophy books. That's a little boat. There's red paint on the wall. It looks like there's an outlet right next to it. Robert's money put an outlet this high up. Well, it's probably not an electrical outlet. What is it then? I think you're supposed to insert something into it. And like what? The slingshot. Safe. Man, the safe is really big. There's gotta be like $100 billion in there. You're such a kid. Maybe they're just hiding something they really don't want people to see. Like some videos. I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Let's just open it up and find out. I don't think so. See? Is it locked? Yeah. There's a circular input panel on top of the handle. It looks like the one on the pressure exchange chamber's door. So if we just do the same thing we did then. All right, let's do this. All right, so we gotta go yellow to purple, green to red, white to blue. Okay. Let me go yellow to... I forget. See, this is what I need to write down. Yellow to purple, red to green, right? And then white to something. White to blue, green to red. White to blue. Okay. We gotta get yellow over to purple. Red needs to go to green, and then white needs to go to blue. It'll be relatively easy, I think. Maybe not quite so easy. Alright, because yellow needs to go to purple. That seals that off. And then blue is sealed off with that move. Oops. Okay, then we can go up this way with this. They remind me of one of those puzzles from Wuwa. Yeah, I can't do that. Let's connect this guy first, I guess. Let's go this way. That's the simplest path, but that of course blocks that off. And then red has to go to green, right? Yeah, red has to go to green. And blue needs to go to white. There's no way to achieve that now. I mean, that's the simplest possible path I could take to get there. Let's try this. Let's do this, and then we can take red up this way. Ah, there we go, there we go, there we go. Good job! You did it! Nice work. Very impressive. Let's have a look inside. $100 billion. Videos. Videos. Yeah. Moosehead. No, yeah, that'd be impossible, I think. Sorry, guys. Looks like all we got is a binder and a deer. So, a bind deer. Hell is this? Is Zero making fun of us? All right, so there's a binder in the safe. It's got 2 pieces of paper in it. Okay, business card instructions. The deer's looking at me, Grandpa. What is this like bedroom eyes he's got going on right now? Don't look at me like that. Buck up, it's just a fake. A mounted deer. I'm assuming that we mount the deer on this up here. Yeah, there we go. Well, so you were right. And we've got an E. E. And then, let's see. Then we come back to this. We've got the balloon. We probably popped the balloon with the slingshot, right? Can I combine this with something? No, let's just do this first then, I guess. Let's connect. Let's put this into the hole. Get a key. Ha! It opened. Let me get a key from that. And then we can insert the key in here. Oh, light on the top turned on. Looks like you managed to turn it on. All right, it's on. Now what? Well, why don't we give it a face to look at? One of ours? Yeah. Damn. None of our faces work. Brr, brr, brr. Face not recognized. Gender mismatch. What does it mean by gender mismatch? Maybe it's saying that it needs a girl. But there's only 3 of us and none of us are women. Well, maybe if we dress Quark up like a girl. No, no way! Why don't you dress up then? No, just thinking about that is making me want to puke. Come on, Tin Myoji. Besides, do you see a wig or makeup or anything around here? How would any of us dress up like women anyway? Dude, you totally want to do it. No, I don't. Quark transgender? Hey, wait a minute. Maybe. What is it? Did you have an idea? Well, it can't hurt to try. Yeah, definitely worth a shot. How long has he had that in his pockets? Looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Oh yeah, I remember him looking at that in the infirmary. I guess it's worth a shot. And that's the director, I assume. Whoa! Oh my gosh, it's like we're in the villain's secret lair! Huh. Didn't think that would happen. I guess the recognition worked. Yeah. And things are happening really fast in this room. We can grab this now. Got the helmet. And what the heck is this? Think it's gonna go back into the wall? Pull the damn thing and find out. All right, I guess I should start by sitting in the chair. Then I pull the lever. Here I go. Here I go. Got P back here, and we got the battery combined with the tablet. I don't need to be looking at this right now. I can take care of it when I get back to the other room. We got a P in here. Anything else? Nope, just a P. If I pull it again, the chair should turn around. This room is pretty fast-paced for sure. I like it though. Something shut up on the screen. Enter a 4-digit password, then press the enter key on the right. Okay, the 4-digit password is going to be the letters around here. So right now we've got P is one of the letters. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. But I'm assuming we'll put the cheap one in here. Look, the lights are being spinning all around the inside of the bottle. Yeah, it made a parallelogram. Making a parallelogram in the brandy bottle. Okay. What if I swap it out with this one? No, okay. So that's not relevant for that. And put this, or penis, if they're all numbers. Okay, and then I can put the, probably have to put the books back in some order, right? Let me look at the instructions for this. Business cards, page 1. Bob, Chris, Sean, Ian, Michael, Tony. Bob, Chris, John, Ian, Michael, Tony. Okay, so the women are requesting the following positions. Kara likes being on the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Kate likes to be next to Michael. Okay. So it's not a matter of trying to rearrange it into an image. It's a matter of rearranging these per the instructions. So we know these ones. So Bob's in the top right corner, then Chris and John. So Bob is in the top right corner, Chris, and then John. And then Tony, Ian, Michael. And we got Tony, Ian, Michael, right? Cool. Okay. And then we know Carol likes being on the left. So Carol can be either in this spot or this spot. We'll put her there for now. Anne prefers to be near Bob. So Anne's got to be here or here. Unless this counts as near Bob. Ellen would like to be above Anne. So that means that she has to be here. And Ellen has to be up there. Did I mess up Chris's positioning? Yes, Chris is in the wrong spot now. No, Chris has to be there. Wait a minute. Kara likes to be on the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. What does near Bob mean? If Bob is in the top right corner, Chris is there. I guess above doesn't mean that it has to be directly above, right? So in that case, Anne could be here, and then Ellen would be up there, yeah. And then so Carol's down there, that's good. Sophie likes to be on the very right. So it could either be there or there. And then Kate likes to be next to Michael. Okay. So I think that has to be right then, right? Yeah, I think that's right. So K. Okay, something's not quite right. It's pretty close though. What did I mess up here? So Chris, Tony, John, Ian, Michael. Bob, Chris. Chris, Tony, John. Chris, Tony, John. Ian, Michael. That's right. Anne prefers to be near Bob. And Ellen would like to be above Anne. Which means she can be either here or here. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Which means she can either be here or here. We know these two do restrict each other. So Anne and Ellen. Anne prefers to be near Bob. So that means that Anne has to be either here or here because we know Chris is here. And because Ellen wants to be above it, it means that she's either going to be here or here. So we know Anne has to be here. Well, I guess we don't know that actually because Ellen could be over here technically. We can be pretty confident though that this is where she's supposed to be. So Anne is supposed to be there. Sophie likes to be on the very far right. And Kate wants to be next to Michael. So Kate could be here, but Carol has to be on the left, and that's the only left position left. Sophie could, however, be up here. And Kate could also be there. Okay. I think this is right. Then let's look at the other side. Maybe the shapes look like something now. Okay, let's have a look at the back of the business cards. Book 334. Okay. It says book 334. I forgot to read the post. Oh, shiz, I did. Well, let me save the post. Let me save here really quick. This is really important, guys. Hold on. This is super, super important. One second. Where's the stupid meme? Where's it at? Did you send it to me in DMs? In accursed memes? That's right. Hold on. Let me just open this. Save this real quick. I already saved it. In image. Bam. Ow, my ass hurts. Hold on. That reminds me of the story where the scientist hit his ass on the edge of the table but didn't feel it. Then, months later, he died of ass pain. They call it temporal ass pain or TAP. I tap that. Say we took 2 asses and we both slapped them really hard. There'd be a 56.00079% chance that one of them won't feel it. That pain didn't just get absorbed by the ass tissue. It's being transported to the future. They call people who don't feel ass pain until later tappers. I wonder if they could transport ass pain to someone else. I've injected ass poison into all of your left butt cheeks. You have exactly 2 hours to solve my ass slap puzzle. All right. There we go. Hold on. Turn off the music. Image gone. Wait, the image is still there. Gosh dang it. Go away. It's locked in, dude. Imagine if I just left that up the whole time. See, hope temporal ass pain at work. You're right. Book 334. What does it mean? Well, a book is a bunch of pieces of paper that are bound together with... I know what a book is. Idiot kid, dude. Fucking stupid kid, man. We got 334. There's 2 sets of 3, so we know literature is going to be on the far right here. As far as these 2, though, I don't know if it matters. They both cover the same space. Okay, that's that. Let me sit in this chair really fast. You must be feeling pretty tired, Tenmyoji. All the excitement can't be easy for someone of your age. Why don't you sit down for a bit? I'm not so old I need the likes of you worrying about me. That's so? Well, I think I'll just have a seat then. Huh? What's that? You think maybe it's an eye watching us? I don't think so. I think it's a target. Like a bullseye? Yeah, you're supposed to shoot it. Okay, I'll just use this slingshot to... Whoa, hold on there. Do you actually have something to fire? Oh, no, I guess I don't. What are you going to shoot it with then? With mind bullets. It's called telekinesis, Sigma. Anyway, I figured that'd slip your mind like everything else. Here, I grabbed this off the floor earlier. Take it. Oh, this is the key we use to start the facial recognition device. Thanks, Ben. I guess I don't have to use my special psychic powers after all. Here goes. Aiming. 3, 2, 1. Fire! Whoa, nice aim. You got it right in the center. Okay, so we've got H-E-L-P, help. Okay. To H-E-L-P. Nice. You did it! Good work, Sigma. Take a look at the screen. Huh? What's this? Okay, that was fast. I still haven't used this, though. What if I put this on the countertop? Oh, was I supposed to put that on here? I think I was. Wait, I think I just guessed it without putting it on there. Yeah, I did. Okay. So H-E-L-P. This makes a parallelogram, though. Like, how does this relate? Oh, so did I even use this? I didn't. It is. It's a silhouette puzzle called the tangram. You can rotate a piece by dragging it while in rotation mode. Dragging while in movement mode will move the piece in question. Once you've made the shape you want, press the check button. I have no idea what this is. Let's give it a shot. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? What am I doing? I'm trying to make it into a parallelogram, I assume. Hmm. That's making a square. Well, here's a parallelogram. Isn't this fun? Yeah, dude. For sure. Did you guys do these often? I don't think I've ever done something like this ever in my entire life. Done them a few times. These two make a square. Failed. I'm assuming that I'm trying to make a parallelogram. I'm kind of just guessing though. Do you think the shapes on the vase thing will create an outline for the shapes to fit in? I mean, it's showing a parallelogram here. But like how I make that out of these shapes, I've got no freaking idea. I mean, what is a parallelogram? It's just like a slanted, it's just a slanted square. If I can like move this over. And still create it somehow, like this. Maybe like this. Yeah, I mean, that's close. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I thought it was close, and then I did more of it. That's not close. Like, why can't I envision a freaking parallelogram in my head when I'm doing this? Okay, I'm gonna draw a parallelogram on a sheet of paper. Okay, but I can just do it in the memo sheet. I can just do it in the memo sheet. Wait. You know, that's a parallelogram, right? How the heck do I get that in this shape? You know, let's retry and let's do this. Let's do this. So here's the actual shape. I saw you playing Split Fiction. Wait. A parallelogram would just be this. And then we like bring this over. So we just need to flip this, right? We just need to bring it over. That's it. Yeah, wait, that's it. Right? Am I dumb? Yeah, we just need to rotate it so that it fits. We basically just need to take this and shift it over. do this. Do this. This. Do this. Do this. Do this. And do this. Is not enough of a parallelogram for you? I'm fine with somebody looking it up here if the case there's a different answer for this. Maybe they want it rotated? Maybe. The snapping, top right? I don't see any snapping. I wasn't lined up. They when I rotated, okay, but that is my idea correct? Aside from that? Okay. I think I messed up. Let me quickly do this. I'm gonna bring everything over again. Boop. 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 And then I just have to rotate everything so that it's flat. So like that. Bring that over. This feels very clunky. By the way, just in case that wasn't like clear, this feels extremely clunky. Come here. Okay. What's wrong with this? Is it not lined up enough? Seriously? Is this like, is this what it's supposed to look like though? Are these things supposed to like overlap, or are they supposed to be like distinct like this? I mean, not necessarily. Let's try it flipped, I guess. Oops. Have to rotate everything 180. No? Just move the 2 big ones to the other side. Okay. Oh my god. So clunky. That works. Okay, that's stupid. They couldn't have programmed it to work in either direction. Oh yeah, who's the man? That was amazing. How'd you do that? That puzzle was really hard. Well done, Sigma. That was pretty impressive. So, what do we get? Look, there's something on the screen. Ilp? What does that mean? Okay, usually these passwords have some sort of meaning. What the f does that mean? Ilp? Ilp. They gave you a specific shape with a specific orientation. I guess that's true. Was what I did not like you? I guess it was the one I made this way. I guess I didn't realize it. Yeah, I guess it was this way. I guess it was that way. Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, we got 2 passwords. I did that pretty quick. So sun, moon, moon. All right, let's look at our secrets. One of the last sets of secrets in the game. 3 different types of card keys are generally found in the safes in each room and used to open the AB gate. Without them, you can't open the AB gate to play the AB game, which means you can't gain BP. In other words, you getting one of these cards is the first step in your escape. The sun key is used during the first round, the moon key for the second, and the star key for the third. An elementary device that uses rubber to launch a small projectile, frequently used by adolescent ne'er-do-wells, can be used as a necklace, but this is not recommended. The site in question was for a simulated manned mission to Mars held in the Nevada desert. On New Year's Eve 2028, the audio logs from the simulation contain a woman's voice, assumed to be one of the test subjects, saying the following: 6 of us are dead. Counting myself, there are only 3 left. I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. Most evidence seems to suggest that this was the beginning of the Radical 6 outbreak and that the Nevada facility was the epicenter of the pandemic. A general term used to refer to the insects in the epifamily Termitodai of the cockroach order Blatodia. That's right, even though they're sometimes called white ants, termites aren't even in the same family as ants. They're in the cockroach family instead. Also, king crabs are in the hermit crab order, and the remora is in the Paciferamus order. Word 03 says before he leaves, here are a few variations. Have a nice trouble, have a nice tragedy, have a nice trust. A term used in positional astronomy. Put simply, it means that 2 celestial bodies appear near one another in the sky. When used in the context of our solar system, it often refers to a position where a given celestial body is aligned with the sun. For example, when Mars is on the opposite side of the sun from Earth, it is considered to be in conjunction with Earth. Mercury and Venus, which orbit closer to the sun than the Earth does, have 2 types of conjunction. When they are on the other side of the sun, this is referred to as superior conjunction. When they are lined up on the near side of the sun, this is called inferior injunction. This is the photograph that Tin Myoji was holding. Oh! What? The subject is a girl named Akane Kurashiki. Akane was one of the people who appeared in this game's sister title, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, as a childhood friend of Junpei, that title's main character. In 999, she was 21 years old. This picture was taken 9 years before then, when she was 12. Look at the left side of the picture. If you look closely, it almost looks like there's a man grinning in the background. Do you see him? Don't worry if it seems strange. A spirit medium has told us that the person in this picture is a guardian spirit who's looking after her. He must have shown up here because he'd heard what sort of destiny she had in store and decided to see how she was doing. Look closely on the left side of the picture. I wish I could look without the stuff on here. Is this it? That's kind of creepy. The Timneoji's picture conjunction, have a nice blank, termite, test site mystery, slingshot, sun, moon, star key. All right, let's get the heck out of here. So why does he have that picture? Is he effing Akane's grandpa or something? Ooh. Or is Akane Quark's mom? Have we considered this possibility? Sun, moon. Oops. I'm kind of cooking over here. Phew, it's open. All right, let me see what's in this safe. Hey, Mr. Sigma. I see whispering. I know that stuff's important, but aren't you, curious? About what? Grandpa's picture. The one in front of the facial recognition thingy. Don't you want to take a look at it? But, come on, hurry. What's Tenmyoji doing? Where's it at? Right by it. So, who is this girl? Hey! Stop! She's just a girl. Is she your granddaughter? No. Well, who is she then? Ugh, damn it. Fine, you've already seen her after all. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a long time. Why? Because she's his first love? What? No! You got it wrong. But you carry that picture everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anybody's watching, you talk to it. I've seen you do it. Ugh. Huh. Didn't mark you for a hopeless romantic, Tenmyoji. Look, it's not about love, and I'm not a goddamn romantic. Okay. You don't want to talk about her, I get it. Alright. Is it his first love? Does that mean that we're way in the future? But what about Junpei? Is Tenmyoji Junpei? Wait, is Tenmyoji Junpei? That'd be crazy. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because we know Alice, we know the context of Alice and Clover. They're not that old. Unless Junpei went way ahead in time or something and got super old. Let's get out of here. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah, you usually try to say gosh damn it there, but I kind of just slipped out. Got into Tenmyoji's character. Don't want to be damning God, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's more damn, having God damn something. You never know. Could be either way.
No!
No!
Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
We left the picture.
Ugh, how could I forget it?
Oh yeah. You must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come
Oh,
with
he's
you.
definitely gonna die. Me too.
Ah, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
All right. I'll see you two later then.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
Bye, Mr. Sigma. I watched them jog off toward the blue door. And then vanish through the blue door, strangely enough. And then they were gone. So I should be getting back then. How much longer is this ending gonna be, I wonder? The escape room was pretty short. I thought it was, I quite enjoyed that escape room though. I didn't love the tetragram or why am I forgetting the name of it? Parallelogram puzzle very much, but everything else about the room was great. Very nice flow to it. I feel like I didn't really get stuck anywhere. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Vine Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. What is this rat behavior? Ah, Sigma's here. Better slide my card.
An ambit 45.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened
I fucking hate this guy so much, dude. But Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
No big deal. When we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
No, I'll be fine by myself. Not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go into the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right, see you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Doom, 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 doom. I will never, I personally enjoy this game quite a lot. I will not get over this though. Like I still like, what are we, like 13 episodes in, if not more? I just don't get how anyone thought that was okay. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. Picture's gone, though. The Neoji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. Huh. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, it's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of a long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Ugh, well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. Oh yeah, this thing. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. Oh. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it, slowly. Slowly. Oh!
So, you finally made it.
No. You're...
I am Zero.
What?
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions.
Oh, that's a shame, dude, because I have no idea who the F you are.
Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Am I supposed to know who this guy is? Ugh. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my balled fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? many things I wish to tell you,
His voice does sound familiar, though.
but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now.
Like Sungwon? Oh, he does actually, yeah.
Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects.
Is it Sungwon?
I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints, detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Are you gonna say that you're of a higher order, so you understand the beauty of humans?
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal.
Jamieson Price, who is that? I don't know
You
that.
might
I don't know
say
that
we
name.
don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it.
Oh yeah, that's definitely yeah.
Whatever it is, we've likely been building it.
Yes.
just above the
I'm
wisest
over here. My
since
clam
time
is over here.
If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already?
From a little thing called Lego Friends. Ooh, I have not watched that.
Well, that's
Laura
enough
Bailey.
on that
Who's
subject,
Laura
I
Bailey
think.
again? I know the name, but I'm trying to remember what she does. I know she's on Critical
Consider what
Role,
I've
right?
said. Now, let's move on to the second topic.
Everything.
It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you. It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Write that down. Bomb?
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is...
Jeez, Luna for 1. Thanks, Brendan. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I couldn't have... I was lost on that one. Wait, don't I already know the first bomb?
BQZ, RGJ,
Uh-oh. I must have... Wait, no. 2, 3. Sorry, I was looking at the passwords. My bad. BQZ. I was looking at the computer passwords. RGJ, DXR. If I have to recall these, it's going to be rough. I do have them all written down, but I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? She's saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately.
What?
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait. Gosh damn it, you can't just spit all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air. Gosh dang, Marker. The hologram had disappeared. Ugh. What kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit! I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain. All players, if no.
Oh crap. I need to get back. Not that there's any point to staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse. Wait, Lust and Maka have the same voice actor? That's crazy.
Look, Mr. Sigma's back.
Took you long enough.
Okay, we actually did just miss each other. Okay, why did it take them so long, though? Where are the others?
AV rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh, Naruto's mom. Okay. And Anka. Okay.
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what. Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up.
Wait, is Sigma gonna talk at some point?
Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP.
That's true. Is Troy Baker Sigma? Wait, Troy Baker. Troy Baker is Jugo, right?
We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True. But you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
All right. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this in both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. Okay, Travis Willingham is Jugo. Troy Baker is Yamato and Pain. Yeah, okay. And that's the and then that's who Matt Mercer fills in for. Or rather, is it the other way around? I can't remember now. Is Matt Mercer is Troy Baker is the usual voice actor. Matt Mercer fills in temporarily, if I recall. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't going to just open the number 9 door and leave us in the
I
lurch?
can guarantee it. I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
It is crazy, like, how high profile many of the voice actors are in this game. Like, I enjoy this game, but, like, it doesn't feel like an especially, like, big game, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel like a AAA game, per se. Like, it feels pretty low budget. Like, again, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Like, the writing is great, I think the puzzles are fantastic, but, like, it feels kind of low budget. Like, it feels like an indie game, almost, to me. Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it.
That's not quite true, Tenmyoji. I think you've lied to me multiple times, but
Please.
I'll take your word for it this time, because you do got Quark with you, and you wouldn't lie in front of Quark.
Us.
All right, fine. I'll trust you.
2
Although, has he lied to me? Now I'm trying to
minutes
recall. Has
until
Tenmyoji always been straight and narrow?
polling
I feel like I'm being
closes.
gaslit.
We're counting on
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of pretty famous voice actors with the Danganronpa characters too. Like I'm not looking for the Danganronpa characters, but I see Danganronpa as I'm going through. With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Well, like so was Glitter Force, but I'm pretty sure they had fairly high-profile voice actors for that. Well, guess I should get moving. Now, just because you're a good voice actor doesn't mean that you are going to give a good performance every time. So if you have a bad director, you can still give a garbage performance in theory. I just realized that I'm alone. Have I ever been alone in making a choice like this before?
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
I had a decision to make. Is there actually a choice here? Oh, there is. Okay. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet, but...
Please! You've gotta trust us! You've gotta choose ally! You promised!
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I going to do?
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
I mean, the old man I could take or leave, but the kid...
3,
Damn.
2, 1.
I'll ally first off. Because that's the choice that I would actually make.
Ambidex game has been
And their
Ambidex game.
reasoning was completely sound, I thought. Plus, I don't think Tenmyoji would lie in front of Quark.
Result, please.
Maybe I could finish the game in one more stream. Okay, have we switched back now? Oh, he lied! I actually can't believe he lied to me in front of Quark. What?
Points
Wow.
been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
I actually can't believe that.
Please check your...
That actually caught me off guard. I did not think he would lie in front of Quark. Hey, what the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Yeah, Quark's like so disappointed, dude. All right, fine. Why'd you break your promise,
I
Tenmyoji?
only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So, you're not going to
Not
leave?
what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me. Dude, that's such rat behavior. Holy shiz. That's so rat. Dude, Tenmyoji, man.
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
Okay, I see why they did it though. Because they wanted, if I betrayed and they betrayed, well, either way, if I betray them, they know Clover's going to get out, or assume Clover's going to get out, and they would then be stuck. So by betraying me, they can at least ensure they can leave. The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Those two milkmen are going comedy, dude.
Clover, are you really going to leave? Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
And I think the reason, part of why Tenmyoji did this is because he wants Quark to get out, right? Like I think he's ultimately acting for Quark's best interest, but like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Well, wait. Okay, this makes his reasoning a little bit different. I thought it was all for Quark. He kind of sounds like he wants to like revenge.
Yeah, no point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Who is it? Yeah, but no, they're on the freaking moon. Apparently, that's rough. That's rough, buddy.
The number 9. It will.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
The number 9. This thank you. As the escape, please.
What's in this letter, dog?
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was so slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. Oh, okay, so no, it's not actually his grandson. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Oh, so I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess that was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back and didn't even get scratched. What? Wait, when I was 1? Why was he in the bed of the truck? Why would okay, Tenmyoji. Why would you put a baby in the bed? Okay, 2 questions, Tenmyoji. Why first question, why would you put a baby in the trunk of a car? The truck of his the bed of a truck. Why would you leave the latch of the truck down? And then why would you also forget he was there and drive off? Tenmyoji. I started walking when I was 2, and when I wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. He could have been drunk, that's actually true. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. He put me in the back of his truck when I was 1 year old. Gorkwitz, you know, his grandpa was absolutely terrible. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. What's up, Twilight? His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. They made a game out of it called Repo. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up all my work so I could go to the theater. It's going well. How's your day going? The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd asked her if she could take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag it to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard on having a mother." It never really bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. So he's an alcoholic. When he got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and sat me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float! I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. This kid's growing up like in a terrible, terrible position. I guess Tim Yoji's pretty poor, huh? But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float, and I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. "Is this really mine?" He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. Plot visits Oso Scotch. I felt the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He'd brought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. Root beer greater than a mom. When I showed what I found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided that it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was having sex. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised to whatever god might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck onto Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he'd been a little too strict. Of all the things I'd worried about, had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby, but he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided to stay with him. I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. Or should put him in the back of a truck and floor it. That seems to work. Bruh. Crank his head open like an egg. Tenmyoji end. I mean, it really feels like it's effing Junpei in my brain. Like I feel like that's Junpei, but the timeline does not make sense unless there's some really crazy time stuff happening. But like, why is he looking for Akane? It's not his kid. So who is it then? Who is it to him?
Please, you
Oh, and I've got some like snot in the back of my freaking throat. It's killing me.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Why am I listening to this? I should have skipped.
2, 1.
Floor it! That's right. Easy.
Round result. Thank you. Ambidextrous.
I've got a pretty good feeling about at least being able to get the other two this ending and the next ending done. I probably won't be able to do the true ending, but
Results from round 3 of the ambit, please.
And before this path like expands into like a 20 long like route. Betray ally. Betray. Idiots! Okay, all that happens is that Alice leaves. Not Alice, sorry, I meant Clover.
Points, please.
Everything else will stay more or less the same here. Hey, what's the
Quark had
deal?
nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose Betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no. Okay, and again, one of my I get why it happens, right? For plot convenience and for the sake of the plot, I don't understand how every time somebody gets 9 points, nobody realizes it until they're over by the door and opening the door. It's like, can you not like look and see that somebody's just tiptoeing over to it while you're looking at the score and stop them?
Fuck, she opened it.
The delivery on that line was so good.
Why? Clover, wait!
Yeah, like for real. Like this, that. I mean, she is like an agent for sure, but she's not like a strong agent. Clover, what the hell do you think you're
I'm
doing?
going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, what do you mean? I'm talking about my friend, Justice. I'm gonna bring her in here.
9 door has it will.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Dio looked at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved toward the door.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. I'm glad we get to see the door closing slowly. They really make you experience things in this game for sure.
Number 9. This thank you as the escape please.
It's just a bad end. Okay, it's just a bad end. Okay. I guess Cord decides to keep his letter in this one. No letter for you. All right. We got one more. One more. And this is not the true ending, right? This one here.
What?
They really make you experience things in this game for sure. It really is a sentence. I'm used to games just like happening, dog. Just like processing, you know? Oh wait, I forgot. I die in this one. They're gonna give me the cure this time. Ugh! My Sigma cream!
What's wrong with your hand? There's something. The structure of your arms are.
Or are they gonna cut my arm off? What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was most shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. In that flash of Lunite scene, I was certain it had never happened. These things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. Bet that my arms were mechanical, however. That might be useful. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma! What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up
Hey,
and...
don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say?
The last ending they show in the save file is not the true ending.
Wanna
Okay.
come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Fi began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down. Cooties is culturally something only in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the Philippines. Interesting. I'll recall that for my next trivia night. Can I get cooties for 500?
The number 9 door.
It's been fun. Peace.
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
You should know what cooties are, Sheepy. You've got them. Yeah, I know. Let's get going already. But just you, Kay. As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling in every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my arms around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, I didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole!
I'm taking your leg with me.
I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. Is he gonna get crushed? He was headed straight through the door, but the gate was already beginning to close. Only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma, stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
Oh no, he's gonna let his arms get crushed. All right. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
No, I'm going to live. Oh! Okay, so I see what his idea is here. So because he got hit with the sedative, so he's gonna get sedated, but not the muscle relaxant.
Thank you for as the escape is please.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired. So very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed. And then nothing. Your arms are made out of sea monkeys?
Sigma! Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed, which meant the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
I haven't seen you for a while, Alice. You were dead in the past couple of runs. You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room. That bastard
Why?
Kay, he punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
Thank you for the hydrate. Bruh. Yeah, why would you do this to me? So, where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door.
Bro. Oh.
With Dio. You told him to go, remember?
Never seen Alice alive, really. Oh. Yeah.
Is your arm okay?
This character and the Australian robot are from this game? Yeah. Arm.
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub, wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me. But I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah, how's Quark?
Right here.
Quark, man, I'm glad you're all right. Feeling better?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she isn't because aren't we all infected with Radical 6? Isn't that the whole idea, is we all have Radical 6?
Thanks to you.
Like, why is it only activating on some folks and not others?
You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma.
Except for Quark.
You saved
He's
my
cured.
life.
It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed.
Is that what happens in Clover's ending? I actually forgot.
We're not infected. The rest of the world is.
Oh, no, okay, so they're not infected, but the rest of the world
this place
is.
isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah, Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. If we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abduction and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Thank you for the lyrics, Scoobs. Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean. That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it. But what if the Atom is lying? If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
You can't just doubt everything.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
Okay, that's a phrase.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover...
Oops.
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Sasuke has to say that now.
It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species?
Ah, so you're saying we gotta repopulate, huh? Well, as the only viral guy around here, I guess I'll have to oblige.
Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Repopulate? Huh. I looked around and did a quick inventory. Wait, he actually is gonna do it. Oh, no, well, okay. Sigma is, Quark is here, but he's not old enough. Tenmyoji's probably a little bit, Tenmyoji could still be kicking. Then when I was the young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. The newspaper and the journal were right, and the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. All the species that no longer exist in Noah's Ark is because Noah actually grabbed the gay ones of that species. True.
There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
Right. We can ask the questions, but how about the repopulation? Pretty good idea in my book.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8.
You're including the old woman?
They can't even properly repopulate because Sigma's children can't have children with each other because they're all related to Sigma. Well, that's when once Quark gets old enough. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6 and killed herself?
I mean, in reality, there was a lot of inbreeding. Like, there used to be a lot of inbreeding. So, like, it isn't necessarily catastrophic to the species, but yeah. I mean, it isn't great. To some, like, once you get to a certain extent, like Austria and like the Dukes of Austria, it gets pretty effed up. And you can see the effects of inbreeding on like other animals like dogs as well. We didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else.
Effing
And then someone carried
Luna
her in
sweating. No, that's unreasonable. What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure. Okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Vi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. What's up with this, like, she got like a big turtleneck. You see that? Even if she was dead. No, especially because she was dead. I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Vi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. Card?
Looks like an ID card for this place.
Wait, Kurashiki? Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh. Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it before?
Nope. You?
No. Anything on the back? Pass equals jumpy doll. Huh. Something written here. It says jumpy doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy doll. So I'm guessing
Jumpy
doll is a password of some
sort. Junpei doll. Wait, is this Akane? Dude, what's happening? What the hell does that mean?
It's me.
Looks handwritten. She must have put it on her here herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong?
Oh.
Alice!
Oh no!
What are you planning to do with that?
But I turned around and gasped.
Damn it.
Well, here's your answer, Sheepy. I guess it's just a matter of time. We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. Classic, dude. She always stands right there, too. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Yeah. She was just like Quark had before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. Aye! Oh, nobody stopped her? What? Why does nobody stop her? How is that? Okay, first of all, how is that Quark's ending? First of all. Second of all, why did we not stop her? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who's the last? Who are we missing? We got Kay, we got Luna, we got Dio, we got Tin Myoji, we're missing Phi. Okay. And I'm telling you that Phi looks a lot like Zero Senior, who's apparently a Kurashiki, potentially Akane. Although I still don't know how that would work out timeline-wise. But it makes like what is Tin Myoji doing looking for Akane unless Tin Myoji is Junpei. But he really doesn't look like Junpei, but also Junpei, he has gray hair, so it could just be that his hair is gray now. For shame. So this one is the one to go to, eh? Who planted the bomb?
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it.
How can there's no...
I'm just going to skip past this. It's basically the same thing every time. That person is you! Dio!
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, kid, but could you hold him down?
Well...
It's on him, I promise.
Get off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we wanted to know who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so.
It is really crazy how it's taken 30 hours to start really wrapping stuff up.
I set the bombs.
Because I know about the Myrmidons. Okay, this is all the same as well.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'll tell you the details later. Although was Clover here last time? I feel like she wasn't. There's no question that you were the one who set the bombs.
What the fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't...
Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything about his name? Besides his name.
Wait, he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
No, she definitely was here, because she said that same thing last time.
Left?
Well, seriously, the Myrmidons... Okay, yes. My real name is... I was sent here to... That's why if it looked like the plan...
A B plan.
What's that?
Well, look, I should have been more careful. After all...
What?
Gosh damn it, no! I leapt toward it.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your...
Then...
It's the dead...
Yeah, like that. Back!
Dio, please, if you press that button,
He's
you'll
left?
die too.
I've had that exact same thought both times. Both times. But that means he's a terrorist.
So, believe me, there's... Now that we've
What?
cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it. Go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one, Tin Myoji.
Hey, you're hearing? I said no. You. I'm not...
I can see that. So why don't you go ahead?
Tin Myoji.
Something. Hurry it up. Oh, do I sense what's the matter? Scared? Well,
It's so weird coming from hearing O'Brien and Vox Machina to this, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing.
Not bluff, you hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure there's really something I should tell you.
Yeah, there's definitely like a strain of O'Brien through all of his voices, but like this is definitely different from Gara.
It's a fake.
What?
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. And then Timioji takes it. That's right. I was like, wait, what? Shit! Not good.
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's There's...
Oh, this is what...
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked. Okay, but again, how did you not have time though, Sigma?
What are you saying?
Yeah, I think you had plenty of time.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know. But there's someone who does, isn't there?
What, hoping I might spill the beans? Nice try. Unless one of you is secretly a medium, I think you're shit out of luck.
Wait, a medium?
Well, I'm out. Peace.
Wait, stop! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me
Get off
go!
of me! He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, what's up, Kara? Welcome in.
I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
Are you a fan of VLR? If not, terrible time to join the stream. This is like hardcore spoilers. By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the soparil.
No! If we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out
You
of him.
think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with
Oh,
those
thank you.
bombs. We don't have time for this.
If you don't mind spoilers, I'd love to have you stick around. This is Emmy, my persona. Sheepy made the VTuber, and then I think the icon is a commission. Ugh,
What
shit!
are you doing, Luna? Go!
Right.
It's been a long time coming in this game.
Okay, I've got it.
It's a kind of like a choose your own adventure game that has many different pathways, lots of different endings you can get. But they all kind of interrelate and connect to one
Do
another.
whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms.
I know the passwords, dog.
You're fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up.
Right. Here goes.
Get him, Luna. Get him. Night night. As they began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what it was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
25 minutes or so, I believe.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in the password and stopped the
We've
bombs.
searched Dio.
but he doesn't have a note or anything with the codes on it.
Huh. Well, only one option left then.
And that is?
Intuition. We trust our hunches.
Are you suggesting we just guess?
Do you have a better idea?
Well, no, but...
Wait, there's another way.
What is it?
Before I can tell you, everyone has to promise to do exactly as I say. No questions. What's your answer?
We all nodded.
Good. First of all, Sigma, you're coming with me.
Right.
The rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
Huh?
Why?
Didn't I say no questions? Good. That's it. We're done.
That's it?
Is there a problem? I seem to recall you promised to do exactly what I told you to do. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Let's go. But I turned without waiting and headed for the door. So this game, Carol, kind of has like a, before I could blink, she was gone. I give everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Take care of these guys, okay? We'll see you back on the floor B before you know it. So, just trust us, all right? Good? I couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Phi. Anyway, so there's like the kind of this part of the premise of this game is that our main character here, Sigma, is able to kind of communicate with alternate versions of reality, or at least like gain memories from alternate versions of reality. So it kind of explains away the way where like when you play a game like this, you'll have answers for things that happen in other playthroughs because the character actually knows. Oh, thank you for the sub, Caro. What's that? Okay, what the heck, man? Welcome in. I don't know why the sub thing isn't working. Let me do this real quick for you. Let me save in case the game breaks. I need to figure out why that's not working. It should be putting in like a message and stuff, but let me do this real quick. Subscriber alert.
Yay!
Let's freaking go. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Grove. Yeah, it is super, super cool. Super, super interesting. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so what do we do?
Get the input device ready.
All right, done. Yeah, so it's actually the sequel for a game. It's part of like a trilogy of games. They're all these games are sort of like heavily based on doing escape rooms. So there are escape rooms you have to go through, and the idea with this one is that we're trapped in a what's called the nonary game, and we have to solve escape rooms and then participate in a voting game where we have to either choose to ally or betray with another team. So it's kind of like the prisoner's dilemma. If we ally, both of us ally, we both get 2 points. If one of us allies, the other betrays, the betrayer gains 3 points, the alliers lose 2 points. And then if both sides betray, nothing happens. It just is a null game. And the point is to get 9 points or more on your sort of your score counter, 9 BP. And that then allows you to escape through the number 9 door. But until that point, you're trapped. And if your score falls below 0, then you die. You get injected with a muscle relaxant and then, or sorry, an anesthetic and then a muscle relaxant that effectively kills you. All hooked up and everything.
How many minutes do we have left?
Well, they'll go off when the doors open, so 21 minutes.
That means we have 7 minutes per bomb. That includes travel time, though.
Bomb number 2 is in the control room on floor B. And bomb number 1 is also on floor B with the garden. So, we just need to hurry, right?
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? I mean, you do have some sort of plan, right?
Well, it's not like I don't have one.
Then stop being so mysterious and tell me. What the hell am I supposed to do? And so most of the other characters don't have any kind of recollection, but Phi also has like a time jumping ability where she has memories of previous situations.
You need to make a jump.
Jump?
Yeah, to another world. Another history.
I can't.
You didn't just guess that Dio set the bombs, did you? You knew it. Because you remembered it happening in another history, didn't you?
Yeah. I did, but that's... I mean...
You just have to do that again.
So you're saying I need to go to another history and get the password out of Dio somehow?
Doesn't have to be another one. It could be this one. Just go back to the past and question him. Then again, if you do that, you might end up changing things so you don't end up here. That would mean you couldn't deactivate the bombs in this history. So you have to come back to this exact moment, or...
Ah, damn it! This is so confusing.
Well, don't think about it then. We don't have time anyway. Just jump.
Okay. I get it. See you later then. Are you insane? You're talking about transporting myself across space and time. Oh, so why should I have to do everything? Can't you jump too?
My jumps happen suddenly, out of the blue. I can't control them.
Neither can I.
That's a problem. All right, consider this. Maybe we've already jumped from another history to this one, but our memories of that history got damaged or something. We forgot most of what happened in that other timeline. If we can remember even a little bit, though. Anyway, it's just a hypothesis.
Are you saying I might know it already? And I just have to try and remember it?
Yeah, I feel like we know.
We do.
So, anything? We need the bomb password. Do you remember hearing it in another timeline?
I stared down at the input device. Password. The bomb password. Actually, I did remember it. I had heard it. Is your name a reference to frogs? Hero, wait, what bomb is this? This is bomb 2, right? I'm really surprised they actually make you remember it. BQPDYRNTK. Okay, not bomb 2. I thought it was bomb 2. BQZRGJDXR. Is it bomb 3? LXQ LHC NMR. Okay, I guess it was bomb 3. I thought it was bomb 2 in here.
Good job. It worked.
Oh, I sighed and wiped what felt like a bucket's worth of sweat from my forehead.
So, you knew the password after all. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I did.
You heard it in another history?
Yeah.
Just what happened in that other timeline? Never mind. We don't have time for that. How much longer?
18 minutes.
Good. We've still got time. Come on, let's go. We've still got 2 more. The number 2 bomb is next on the list.
So we're headed to the control room.
Right. No time to waste.
Okay, I'm still missing one password. And then she was gone. I hurriedly disconnected the device from the bomb and chased after her. Like, I have the password for 1, 2, and 3, but not for 4, I don't think. Unless Jumpy Doll is the password, doesn't find out one of them? Maybe. Jumpy Doll could also be one of the passwords, but I don't know. I don't see how she would know. Unless it is Akane and she was doing some like time jumping stuff. But then I also have to wonder what this password is for. What is Jumpy Doll for? Okay, this one's 2.
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Look it up.
Right.
Okay,
Done.
hurry it up. Plug in the password.
Done. Okay, I only had to remember one of them? Oh, it's not the same. Hey, what the hell?
Calm down. You probably just typed it in wrong.
No way. I'm sure I did it right.
Try it again.
Yeah, nothing. That password's no good.
Then it's different. All
all 3 bombs use different passwords.
Yeah, looks like it.
Shit!
I slammed her foot against the locker, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
This is bad. What the hell are we gonna do? Try and remember it. Did you see or hear anything in another history that could be a password? A different password?
You mean, like a different history from the other one I remembered?
Yeah.
I remembered?
I figured it out there. You just can't remember it very well right now. Remember what happened with the last bomb? This one is just like that.
Another history. Another history. The password. Do I know what it is? Can I remember it? I have to. Sigma's cream. I remember. Okay, EQP DYR NTK. Wait, what? That's not it? This is bomb 2, right? DYR NTK. Let's try BQZ RGJ DXR. And then LXQ LHC NMR. Did I just type it in wrong? EQP DYR NTK. Okay, what is the password? I think I must have written it down wrong, I guess. Or maybe my handwriting is just too bad and I cannot parse it. EQ, that's a Q, right? P DYR NTK. EQD. Oh, that's a D. DYR NTK. That's Daniel, that's definitely a P, dog. You gotta work on that for sure.
Damn,
It's
this
like
is
so
crazy.
clearly a P too. Like it looks like a P.
So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Don't scare me like that, all right?
Come on. It's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember that at first. And it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted down.
Whatever. The point is we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
You sure don't sound very amazed.
Okay, that just leaves us with the last bomb. It's
It's in the garden.
right. Let's go take care of it while you're
Oh,
on a
wait.
roll with these things.
Are there only 3 bombs? God, you make it sound so
Don't
easy.
Just stand there. Let's go.
Why did I think there were 4 bombs? She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and headed off after her. Are there 4? Am I just misremembering? Are there only 3 bombs? There are 4? Okay, that's what I thought. I'm assuming we're going to recall that after we disarm this one. You'll be like, wait, there's 4! There's 60. Welcome back.
Finally. The last one.
Oh, sorry, 69. My bad. What's up,
How
Pichu?
many minutes left?
Split fiction is incredible. Let's go.
It's okay.
Less than 10.
We can still make it. Just stay calm, all right? You have the input device?
I really want to play It Takes Two first and then play Split Fiction. Yeah, there we go. Connected.
Okay, go.
I don't know how close am I.
We've done this twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
You want me to remember another password, right?
Exactly. What else would I be talking about? Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. 3rd time's the charm, right?
That's, not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not going to strike twice or thrice in this case, I
No, I
guess.
think mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the 1st and 2nd times aren't charmed too.
I guess so.
Whatever. Just do it. You're the only person who can.
What about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things things as well as you, all right? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Counting on you.
Password, the password, the password. Remember, Sigma. Come on, lightning can't strike twice, or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before. You did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Come on, Sigma. You can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. Yeah, for real. Sasuke would definitely remember that. All right. We got BQZ RGJ DXR. Let's go. Yeah! Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch! Ah, that feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. Hey, what's up, Riley? It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just going to melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. Isn't this great? Bye? Hey, what's going on? You're totally harshing my mellow. You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, so not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you just like I promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but... Are you listening to me?
I am. You said you wish there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really.
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
What?
I remembered something too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more.
Oh,
Bomb
shiz.
0.
Oh, yeah, 0, that's right. Felt the cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly, I remembered it too. I heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No. No way.
So you remember it too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Shit! We've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up. We need to get to the 0 bomb.
We're right. We don't know where it is, though. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after... What are you just standing there for? Go! Show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is? You have got to be kidding me.
How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit. You don't know? She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere.
I think it would have been more funny if Dio labeled the bombs 0, 1, 2, and 4.
Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important. Hide. If I was Dio, where would I hide? Ah!
Sigma,
Fly, where the fuck is the 3rd bomb?
Where are you going?
Don't follow me! Go find the others!
Idiot! Do you really think I'd do that?
I could hear her following me, but there was no time to argue. Instead, I focused on my goal. There was still time. Oh, just so you could tell that we're going fast right now because it didn't even show the elevator scene. We just popped up to floor A. Where is he going though? Like, what, I don't know. I'm not sure if I follow his line of reasoning here about Dio. Yeah, should be between these AB rooms. Ah. Good. I was right. What's your bad theory? How much time do we have left?
About a minute.
Shit!
Hurry!
I'm hurrying as fast as I can. The input device was plugged in. I was ready to go. I wanted to enter the password, but what was the password? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd already used up my third time charm. But it was in Luna? How would he have possibly gotten it inside of Luna? Still, I had to try. I shook my head and concentrated. What? Wait, did I get the 0th password? Is it Jumpy Doll? No, it's not Jumpy Doll. Oh! It was actually fairly anticlimactic. There wasn't time for anything. No time to say goodbye to Fi or try to shield her from the blast, for all the good it would have done. Okay, well, I guess I get one chance, and that's it. And then I die. Do I have the 0th password? When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Every moment felt like an eternity. Am I gonna... Okay, do I have to re-enter all those passwords? Because that really sucks if so. Oh, son of a bitch. I think I'm going to have to. Oh no, here we go. Deactivate bomb number 0. You get the bomb 0 password in Dio's end? Okay, I guess I just don't remember it. So yeah, give it back to me. I guess I didn't write it down. When does he say that though?
About him. Hurry!
Oh, does it? Oh yeah, I didn't even think to write that down. That was like that was the first thing I got. That was like part 3 or something. Sheesh. Yeah, I would not have remembered that. As long as I actually got it though, I'm all good. All right, LXA QNS GDQ. Game's done quick. Actually, I think I did write that down somewhere. It was just on like an old note that I got rid of because it was so old. Stopped.
Yeah.
Vi and I crumbled to the ground. The adrenaline that sustained us suddenly gone.
How did you know it was here? Did you see it in another history?
It's hard to explain. The short version is that Dio hid something here in another timeline. Oh, I guess maybe he put the bomb here too.
Pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Well, you did it. So...
Oh, I don't need any thanks. Just,
What?
about that, that swimsuit you promised.
What? What on earth are you talking about?
That was in a different timeline, Sigma.
Chromatic doors have 5 minutes.
This is bad. The white doors have opened. We need to hurry. Everyone else is waiting for us in the Floor B warehouse.
Oh, what about the swimsuit?
What the hell are you going on about? Just go!
Before I could protest, she turned and ran toward the magenta door. I sighed and headed off after her. I also love that he vividly remembers that detail. I ran into the warehouse to find everyone else already there. They'd done as Fi asked and brought the 3 unconscious members of our party back to the doors. Fi and I shared a quick glance and headed over toward them.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're safe.
So, did you disable the bombs?
Yeah, I could have done it in my sheep.
Don't you mean in your sleep?
Thank you so much. Yeah, good job, you guys.
No need to thank me. Although, I mean, if you insist, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit time.
What? Huh?
You're disgusting.
Dude, that's so brutal. I don't blame him. I've been seeing Thigh's build when looking for refs. Sheesh.
Chromatic doors closed.
We need to hurry.
Everybody know who's in their group?
Yeah, I'm set.
All right, then let's move.
At Tim Neoji's command, we broke off into our teams. Kay carried Quark on his back and dragged Dio along the floor through the door and through the white door on the left. Clover and Luna carried Alice through the door on the right. And Tin Myoji, Phi, and myself ran through the center door.
10 seconds. 9, 8.
I'm curious how much time is left.
5.
I couldn't finish it in like 35 minutes, right?
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
No? Okay. I might end it here then. And we can finish it up. I mean, I think it probably easily finish it up next time, right? Unless there's like a whole lot of stuff happening after this. Q. Okay. Well, okay, but now I don't want to stop though. Okay, but now I don't want to stop though. What the F? Okay, what a perfect cliffhanger though. What a perfect cliffhanger though. Let's stop it here. Let's stop it here. Let's stop it here. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go to Jay chatting. Jay chatting. Sorry, Caro. If you want to catch up, Caro, before next time, I do put all of the stream VODs on YouTube. So you're welcome to catch up with those. I have all of the Virtue's Last Rewards videos up on the stream. I think I can just do this, right? Socials. I think I have this command set up still. Oops. I don't even use that Twitter. Is YouTube the command to give the YouTube? No. Let me just send the YouTube. It's youtube.com/ what effing even is it? Feywild Furs Archive. It's in the like the stream description as well. But there's the archive. It's a little bit behind. I need to upload a couple of videos to catch it up completely, but it's almost up to date, and I will update it after stream. Let's show off some art here, though. We got some art to show off. Let's do this, and let's do this. If anybody ever creates any art, you're always welcome to show it at the end of the stream. Ooh. Some cute stuff. Some cute stuff and some sultry stuff. Can you guys not name your pictures image? You can only store one image.png at a time, guys. So here is that picture from last time. Let's go to this one now. So this is by Brendan. Let me make the music come through my earbuds too. It's very quiet right now. Look at this though. No, yours is fine. I just had an image.png save from some time before, and Riley's picture is named image.png. This looks great. Love the anatomy on this here. Great pose. Love the definition around the ankles. The armpit here is great. The shadows there to give that definition are fantastic. Love these knives. Is that a harpoon gun? Love the detailing on the middle robot arm here as well. Great background. No idea what's going on here, but I don't know who Isabel is, but or do I know Isabel? I feel like Isabel sounds familiar to me. Like I feel like I know that D&D character, but I could be misremembering. Anyway, this looks fantastic. Love this piece. Love the clothing. Great job on this, my friend. Great job. And we got this piece here by Riley, which I've appropriately renamed to Riley. This looks fantastic. Love like the squish in the bed, all the detailing on this. The hair looks gorgeous flowing on the back here. So much detail and the layering in here is great. Beautiful colors. Love that hand coming around here. Very gentle pose here. Super, you can really feel the tenderness and affection between these two characters coming through in this gentle hold here. The hand on the head, the soft, just the relaxing, the lack of tension in this pose from both characters is, I think, is really quite intense. You can really feel the just the relaxed energy from this character here. Does it adhere to the golden ratio though? Let me check. Actually, this is garbage, Riley. Sorry, it doesn't adhere to the golden ratio. This is garbage. But great hands here. Love that little twist in the thumb there and that index finger. Fantastic work here. Nice. Just great work all around. Fantastic pieces from both of you. I believe that's it though for art. Let's find somebody to raid here. Thank you, Carol, for stopping by and for the Twitch sub. I really appreciate that. Hopefully we see you around a little bit more. I want to talk to you more about like who you are and like what brought you here to the stream. I'll be streaming some more Super Mario and Luigi Brothership. Probably not going to finish that up next, but I'm getting pretty close to finishing that up, and then more of this on Tuesday. Virtue's Last Reward, probably finishing this up on Tuesday. So I will see y'all then. But let's go ahead and raid into. Let's raid into Ops. Ops is doing some. Looks like it's doing some just hanging out, looking at some pictures at the moment. Why are you laughing? Am I gonna finish it next stream? Why are you laughing at me? But as always, folks, thank you so much for being here. 11 viewers is crazy, and I really appreciate each and every one of you being here, hanging out for this. Even if you were here only for a short amount of time, I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate your contribution to the community, even if you're just lurking. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you all again next week. Let's go ahead and show Ops some love here. There's the raid message, folks. I will catch you all again next week. Good night, folks. Goodbye.